Country singer who loves anime. Never would have put that together. Welcome, my fellow wannabes, to my channel. I am Gabriel Fast, and I am adjusting my microphone. I am Gabriel Fast, and I am the wannabe critic. If this is your first time here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. Slap like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this video. I would really appreciate it. Give me suggestions and some things that you might want me to talk about if you do consider subscribing. Now on to the video. So today we are doing an album review. This is Sturgill Simpson's newest LP. It is called Sound and Fury. It's a soundtrack to an anime on Netflix, and I would have never suspected that, you know, anyone like Sturgill Simpson, who I'm not incredibly familiar with, I know he's a country singer, I never would have expected him to go this route and make this type of music and go so opposite the direction of where he's been in the industry and the standpoint he's made. It's a really refreshing record to see someone pursue creativity like that. So right out the gate, you kind of have this super duper noisy, psychedelic, rocky, and weird album starting right from the very get-go. Very reminiscent of something like what you might hear on like Pink Floyd's The Wall or maybe even Dark Side of the Moon. I definitely had those vibes to this entire record. A couple of things that really jumped out to me from the beginning is the lyrics just didn't mean a ton to me. I didn't follow along with them, couldn't really hear the lyrics really at all. But the way that they were conveyed, the way that they were executed still evoked emotion within me. And I mean, it definitely added to the music behind it. Kind of in the similar situation as to what Folds did. It couldn't understand a word the guy was saying, but the attitude and the feeling was there in the music, and that definitely added an extra layer to the music, which is exactly what's happening here on this album. This is a super theatrical album. I was actually doing some reading. Apparently, Sturgill Simpson is a huge fan of anime. Whenever he was in the Navy, I believe the article said when he was in Vietnam, he really kind of fell in love with anime. The article also talked about he really liked back in the day when Linkin Park was using a lot of the anime style music videos and, you know, the gorillas and things like that. He noticed that there was a super big draw to that, and for whatever reason, that style of music video and that style of art has really become popular in this area of the world, aside from where it originated to begin with. So I just thought that was kind of interesting that he loved anime so much he fell in love with anime whenever he was in the Navy and got a dose of it whenever he was in Vietnam. This album is super different from his other works. I mean, his other works are very much country. I mean, country boy all the way. And that's fine. I'm not a huge country guy, but for those of you who do like country, this is probably a interesting change of pace compared to his other works that he's done. There's multiple times in this where it totally reminds me of like Black Keys or something like the Raconteurs or even the White Stripes. I mean, even Jimi Hendrix. I mean, there's flares of that in here where that Rust Belt style of music really kind of shines through, and he kind of definitely gets to explore a little bit of creativity. It's interesting to me that he would choose that style of music to accompany an anime that is so theatrical in itself and, you know, just a different way to tell a story. I think if you really like, you know, the Black Keys or the White Stripes or Jimi Hendrix, stuff like that, even bands like maybe even Pink Floyd or the Grateful Dead, I think that you would super duper enjoy this album. It's not something that really has a huge message to tell, in my opinion. It definitely has a soundtrack vibe to it. And that doesn't take away from how good it is. It knows what it is from the beginning. It owns what it is from the beginning. And Sturgill Simpson totally engulfs himself in this record and really makes an impact on me as an anime fan, and also delivers a super solid record in the process. So I'm very pleasantly surprised with this album. I think it's a really good listen. I think it definitely deserves your time. As far as a rating, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's super solid. I really enjoyed it. Not something that has a ton of merit to it. Something that you could definitely throw on in the background while you're working, or, you know, even just throwing it in like a rock mix or something like that, or, you know, it's definitely playlist music is what I'm trying to get at. But anyways, did you listen to it? What did you think? Are you going to listen to it? Did I do a good job kind of explaining what to expect from this type of music? I'd really appreciate it if you'd let me know in the comments so that I can continue to hone my craft. Also, please check out our podcast. We have a variety of subjects we talk about over there. We've got some sports we've inserted into the show, and I'm just really, really excited with how things are coming along. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all that you helped me with. And thank you for preparing yourself for a plethora of hot takes and potentially unpopular opinions. I am Gabriel Fast. I will always be the wannabe critic.